एलिग्री, ये आपने लिटरेचर में ये वर्ड आप हमेशा सुनेंगे। एलिग्री आपकी एक पोइटिक फॉर्म है आपके सिलेबस में, लेकिन इसको फिक्शन में भी यूज़ किया जाता है, प्रोज में भी यूज़ किया जाता है एलिग्री। तो एलिग्री क्या है? एलिग्री इज जनरली अ फिगरेटिव लैंग्वेज, ओके। If we say in a very simple word that allegory is a description or a figurative language, a symbolical language, okay. Allegory can be called a symbolical language because the writer in allegory, when a writer uses this form of writing, then he always prefers to take the help of symbols, or whatever he has to present, he has to describe. For that he uses symbolical language, and symbolical language, you know very well that he takes the help of symbols. Or we can say that a writer, he speaks of one thing, okay, means things are described, things are spoken under the image of another. A writer takes the help of an image to present one thing. So this is why that I am using these kinds of words, symbolical language, because a writer uses always the symbols or the image to speak of something. So allegory is a literary composition, and it also has a double meaning because a writer always uses symbols or images. So this is the reason that allegory, it always carries a double meaning. Double meaning, that is a hidden meaning, okay. Concealed meaning means if we go very deeply or profoundly, we observe allegory, the plot or the thought, the idea, we shall always find that there is a hidden moral significance. The main purpose of an allegory writer is to present morality, and he has to tell more things taking the help of the image or symbols. And this is why that through the use of symbols, through the use of images, through the hidden meaning, the writer, he always represents the great in the small. Means he doesn't want to give a lot of description, he doesn't want to give a lot of details. So for that he always takes the help of either images or symbols. Means he has to, why he takes the help of images or symbols? Because he has to represent greater things, okay, the great in the small. So we can say that it has double meaning, and that is, this is why that it is always very expressive, and that meaning is hidden meaning. For example, if we find, the best example is Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, okay. Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress is a novel, but what kind of novel? It is an allegory. So an allegory has a didactic or satirical aim, because it always carries a purpose of morality, it is always didactic in tone, and it has a satirical aim also, because the writer, he has to satire. So this is why that he takes the help of allegory. And because I have told you the best example of Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, so you can say that allegory is a narrative describing one subject, okay. A narrative, it describes one subject under what? Under the guise of another. Under the guise of another, taking the help of another object, another thing, another symbol, because the purpose or the meaning is always hidden. So this is why that under the guise of another, the story, the narrative is always described. Or speaking of one thing under the image of another, okay. The same you have been told, the expression of one thing by means of another, means we are taking the help of another thing to represent or to describe one thing, that is called an allegory. Now it depends on the writer that whether he is going to take the help of this form or not. But a writer always prefers to take the help of allegory when he has to tell much more things in fewest words. So generally there are three kinds of allegory. We can say that there are so many kinds of allegory, mainly which we find in our literature. Moral allegory, spiritual, okay. Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress was a spiritual allegory, and there was a lot of morality also, but first of all it can be called a spiritual allegory. And moral allegory or spiritual allegories, there are always abstracts are personified, means because they have to deal with the morality, with spirituality, and this is why the writer, he always personifies what, he always personifies what, the abstract things. And another maybe religious means in this writer always he takes the help of some important past religious events. So there are also political allegories, historical allegories. In political allegories we find some political parties, political events, or politicians, and in historical allegories we find some historical events, any king, maybe prince, maybe some historical personality. So all these means you can find a lot of variety in this kind of form, allegory. So this was the allegory, when a writer has, or he tries to hide the important meaning or the important his purpose. So for that he takes the help of symbolical language. So in short, allegory is a figurative language or description, symbolical language, speaking of one thing under the image of another.